So up until now, I never had an issue with USAA, but now I don't even know what to think because I'm living day to day.
A Marine Corps veteran here in Las Vegas saying his insurance company has left his life and his young family's West Valley home in shambles.
And that insurance company specializes in covering military families from catastrophes just like the one they're going through. 8
News Now investigator Kyle Payne joins us in studio. Kyle, how long has this been going on?
Denise, Brian, almost 2 years. The homeowner says he's out of money, out of patience, and out of options.
What you can see over here
behind the white protective curtain is part of Daxton Lyon's Las Vegas home, more or less destroyed when a hot water pipe burst back in November 2023.
So November 2023, we woke up on a Sunday to the floor being flooded with water.
Was water everywhere?
Everywhere.
With water everywhere.
Into
the backyard from these walls in what used to be Daxton Lyon's kitchen, where the problem started. He and his family had to act fast to save their home and their furniture, which is now all in storage. The water damaged the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room downstairs, and even some of the rooms upstairs where he and his wife and young daughter used to sleep. When his insurance finally came to look at the damage,
everything was still wet for at least 3 weeks after the fact.
Just sitting here soaked.
It was soaked.
Which means nobody was allowed to try and repair the pipes. And that's when Daxton Lyon knew it was bad.
I didn't know how bad, but I thought
He thought it would be okay, that one day soon he'd be back in the house with his family, that every inch of his house would no longer be caked with dust that you can taste when you breathe it in. And all of this would be water under the bridge, so to speak. After all, Daxton Lyon had homeowners insurance with
USAA. I've been with USAA for almost 25 years.
Because you're a veteran.
Because I'm a veteran. And USAA is, we bank with USAA. I have my car insurance with USAA, my homeowners with USAA. For the most part, USAA has been wonderful.
Wonderful, for instance, when Lyon was in a car accident. USAA handled that claim and everything was fine. Not so with the disaster inside his house. His family couldn't live there after the flood, and even though his insurance policy said USAA would pay for a year of temporary housing, USAA told Lyon instead they'd pay for 6 months' rent and 6 months of food, which is a way worse deal for the homeowner because food costs less. Now, a manager at USAA claims the insurance company actually overpaid its customer.
They are not overpaid.
Underpaid.
They're drastically underpaid.
Drastically underpaid, says public insurance adjuster Neil May, who's been in the claims business for 26 years. Lyon came to May because he needed help. May says USAA has paid Lyon well under half of what he's owed to get his house back to the way it used to be.
So where are we with USAA? What are they doing to Daxton?
So what they're doing to Daxton is, unfortunately, they're doing the delay, deny, and defend.
Delay, deny, defend, a tactic insurance companies use to delay paying a customer on an insurance claim as long as legally possible. At that point, denying the claim, forcing the homeowner to sue, at which point the insurance company pays a lawyer to defend a lawsuit instead of paying the homeowner on its insurance claim.
Insurance isn't what Americans think it is or what it used to be.
It's not, unfortunately.
But this incident, May says, is particularly bad, with USAA missing deadlines at every turn. The Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act offers consumers protection on both state and federal levels. So in this case, when May asks for an appraisal, he usually gets an answer in a week, even though under the Act, the insurance company has 2. USAA took 40 days. And getting an appraiser out to the house can take 2 to 3 months. Under the Act, USAA took 6.
It's always something, and it's never in the favor of the policyholder.
Stephen Bush is a property insurance litigation attorney. He sues insurance companies and has fought for homeowners who were getting burned by insurers who did whatever they could to get out of paying people who lost everything. Appearing on the granddaddy of news magazine shows, 60 Minutes, where he said insurance companies are up to no good.
Carriers are manipulating the estimates, changing them, and then misrepresenting to policyholders.
Policyholders, he says, like Daxton Lyon.
So you're going to stay here?
Who now has to live in this room off his garage, which used to be his office. He had to send his young daughter to be with her grandparents this summer, and he says the stress is getting to him,
It's taken years off my life.
which is no surprise to the insurance litigator, Stephen Bush.
Just look at the emotional toll that you have because you can't get what you know you deserve. They're not getting justice. And these insurance companies are preventing them from getting that. And they're just ignoring them, and they're silencing their voice.
Daxton Lyon says his health is declining, his cholesterol through the roof, because he's got no kitchen and orders a lot of takeout. And he just wants his house back to the way it was before the pipe burst, before he begged his insurance company to make it right.
That's all I wanted,
But they're not.
but they're refusing.
How does that make you feel?
I'm numb. Completely numb.
Well, I emailed USAA earlier this year when we first heard about Daxton Lyon's insurance problem. Then I emailed again this week, but no answer.
So this has been going on for a long time. Is there any light at the end of the tunnel for this family?
Well, timing being everything, after all this time, tomorrow starts the next step of the appraisal process. But that's the good news. But the bad news is the 2-year statute of limitations on USAA and suing them is up in November. And I'm not sure how likely it is they'll have everything figured out by then.
Not if it's taken this long.
No.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Thanks for that.